Johnny Dare and Nycki Pace. It is Thursday, you guys. I promise you guys, I'm going to hook you up with I got to get rid of, I know for sure that Box Masters plays on Saturday night, so I got to make sure we get all those tickets handed out. And I know that we've got Quiet Riot on the 21st. I just want to make sure we don't lose the potential tickets, because once it turns into Monday, those tickets are no longer valuable.
I see your point. Celebrating birthdays today, Rage Against the Machine's Brad Wilk is 56. Freddie Mercury would have been 78, and Journey frontman Arnel Pineda is 57.
At first, we were all quite taken with Journey frontman Arnel Pineda's rags to riches story. We couldn't believe his good luck. But then, when he was too cool to come on the show, last time Journey was in town to talk about his story, he can't go get. Happy birthday to Journey frontman Arnel Pineda.
They can still surprise you. Just when you think you've got it kind of figured out for rock and roll, like we were all super in love with Arnel Pineda, because his story to become the lead singer for Journey after Steve Perry's out, it sounds so good. Grew up in the Philippines, completely poor, street kid, leaves his family like when he was, 10 years old or something, and he's such an incredible singer. He's doing like 6 sets a day in some tourist bar.
That's insane.
Yeah, doing karaoke bar.
And Neil Schon hears him and picks him out of obscurity, brings him to the States, and there's a great documentary.
Yeah, they filmed it. It's a great part of that documentary.
Seems impossible.
And so you just think, this guy's going to be the best. Like, he's the most happy, thankful, like, just glad to be here. You've been plucked out of obscurity to play arenas, and you're making money, and there's documentaries about you're taking care of your family, and he is an absolute tool bag to deal with. He is absolutely, to people, awful, just awful. I'm like, how could you crush our hearts so badly? I was so excited to talk to this guy.
I know you were.
And he just turns out like his whole organization, like the way they dealt with Jake, like
it only gets worse with that. I mean, because not only did I try to deal through Journey and through the company, but then he has his own website that helps people. He has a charity website.
So they say, yeah.
That I went through, and they were like, "Oh my God, yes, we want to get you guys together. We have to get him on the air with you."
No, and it went. It was always
keep whistling.
You were just it was always getting jerked. Like it was all a lie. Like it was never going to happen.
Part of me wanted to think, okay, we didn't know it at the time, but the Neil Schon, Jonathan Cain, like fighting behind the scenes. You thought maybe he's just hating life right now, being in the band. But no, the way you described trying to get a hold of him,
no. His people finally were clean. Like, he doesn't do interviews. He doesn't care about you.
You're like, man.
He's a big hunk of ass.
He needs to suck it.
Yeah.
Just stop believing. Just let go of the feeling. It's not gonna happen. Whoa, no. Arnel Pineda doesn't give a Just stop.
Yeah, it's like a golden retriever biting you. You're like, hey, man, I thought we were cool. Like,
yeah.
You're everything about you says you're cool.
Right. It's here for show love.
You're not cool at all. Like, yeah, no, it's not cool.
I feel like in the old days, I felt bad for him. I'm like, man, it's too bad Steve Perry's throat hurts and he can't be in the band anymore.
Oh.
I don't think Steve Perry's throat ever hurt.
But now, because Arnel, little prick, is irritating me, I want Steve to get interest in Journey again. I'd love to see him rejoin.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
you've thought that far down the road.
Yeah, no, now you've hurt me.
And then they can go on the biggest tour ever, and Neil Schon can use those credit cards again.
Yeah.
God, what a mess. In news this morning, this story sounds like a nightmare, and I feel like I've told you a little bit about him before, but warning, especially to men, it's graphic, but it's 1,000% real. Nearly 150 more male patients are suing convicted former top city urologist Darius Paddock, making the case the largest involving male victims, now a total of 310 men and a single abuser, according to lawyers. They say he's exploited more male patients than any predator in history, with info saying the doctor abused what is believed to be thousands of victims and survivors, with victims ranging from retirees to even children.
What does he do?
It starts off by saying he would inject a serum in some victims' penises to force erections for long periods, perform penile enlargements that led to disfigurement. He conducted surgeries where a tube is inserted through the urethra without anesthesia and forced some patients to get on all fours for humiliating supposed exams. That's just a couple. During some of the sessions.
Listen, that's how bad we want our ding-dongs to be bigger. Right? Like, you're a grown human being. You're like, I got to have a bigger penis. I just got to have a bigger penis. And he's like, I'll see how far he'll go. And finally, and dudes are literally getting naked and getting on all fours. There's a point where, like, if it's a regular doctor appointment, I'd be like, I don't think so, doctor.
Right.
But you're so blinded by, like, I have a tiny penis.
Right. What are all my options?
Yeah, what do I got to do? Like,
Since the dawn of time, we used to have the dude on who had the weight stretcher.
Yeah. Now you'll hang giant weights on your ding-dong. Like, yes, he's a terrible person, but if you're an adult and you're I'm like, come on, man.
This story just keeps going one after another. He was arrested in April of 2023, criminally convicted in May on 13 counts of sexual abuse in federal court, faces up to 60 years in prison. He worked as a urologist for years at some of the top facilities like New York Presbyterian Hospital, Columbia University, Northwell Health Systems, the prestige of which aided him in his grooming campaign. At some points, the abuse took place in front of nurses, assistants, and even other physicians. His attacks, under the guise of necessary medical care, included instructing patients to masturbate in front of him or masturbating them himself, often while playing pornography. He would sometimes measure his patients' erect penises and use phallic-shaped sex toys on them.
Hold on, go back a couple sentences. What was he doing?
At some points, the abuse took place in front of nurses, assistants, and even physicians. And
No. Backwards. Go backwards in your article. What was he doing with pornography in the guy's penis?
Some of his attacks, under the guise of necessary medical care, included instructing patients to masturbate in front of him or masturbating them himself.
Listen. You're a grown man. Another man goes, now, I'm going to need you to jerk off in front of me.
Here's where it takes the horrible turn.
Listen, I am all for victims. But Jesus Christ. Nick, tell me, do you think Mike could be possibly the urologist? And he goes, listen, I'm going to need you. You know what? Let me do it for you. Chug it.
Because at that point, you can't even say, it's okay, he's a doctor.
But remember, I said that it started from children. It went from retirees to children.
No. I've been very clear with what I'm saying. If you're a grown man and that's happening, how does that happen?
Yeah. One patient saw him for more than a decade, starting when he was just 7 years old.
Yes, of course.
Another victim was 13. One said that the doctor squeezed his penis so hard it was bruised for weeks afterwards. Another plaintiff claimed the doctor prescribed so much needless medicine to him that he went into liver failure. Paddock kept practicing his medicine until his arrest in 2023, but court papers claim his employers knew of the abuse since at least 2017. Lawyers filed an initial civil class action suit against him and his employers last year, but in July, a judge rejected an effort by the lawyers to dismiss and seal the massive class action lawsuit. The 143 new victims are not currently part of that class action suit and have filed individual lawsuits with this doctor. A first-class passenger forced a Texas-bound American Airlines flight to make an emergency landing in Oklahoma when he refused orders to stop puffing. The American Airlines flight just departed in Milwaukee with 108 people on board when the puffing passenger was taking drags and seen in full view of travelers from his vape. When a flight attendant issued a warning saying that vaping on a plane violated federal regulations, the man allegedly scoffed and accused her of making false allegations against him. The travel site that had claimed the customer attempted to attack the flight attendant with other passengers rushing in to protect her, but American Airlines said there was no such reports of an assault on this flight. American Airlines did confirm the full detail of the incident, but the company said that the flight was quickly diverted to Tulsa, where police were waiting to escort the passenger off the plane. Let's see here. One Virginia man got the ultimate wedding present from his father, a lottery ticket. Following his April wedding, Aaron Andrews and his wife lived in his father's basement while they saved money for their own home. However, Andrews' dad helped him speed up the process in a way he didn't expect by giving him a winning lottery ticket. Per the Virginia lottery, his father bought a Cash for Life ticket, matched the first 5 winning numbers, which comes with a prize of either $1,000 every week for life or a one-time cash option of $1 million. He said instead of choosing that himself, he gave the ticket to his son as a present. Aaron chose the cash option, which made a $1 million wedding gift. By the way, the Mega Millions jackpot was not hit on Tuesday, making the grand prize, the jackpot for Friday, $740 million. There was a $1 million winner here in Kansas, so you might want to check your tickets. A Kansas company has admitted that it was at fault for the death of some 70 horses in Oklahoma. Livestock Nutrition Center says testing showed the feed it provided had an additive that's good for cattle but toxic for horses. It's thought the contaminated feed was due to a failed cleanout procedure and sensor malfunction. The day we've all been waiting for, Chiefs game day's here. Chiefs are set and ready to open the 2024 NFL season against the Baltimore Ravens. They last went head-to-head at the AFC Championship game, where, of course, the Chiefs took home the victory and ticket to the Super Bowl. Each year, the Super Bowl champions get the honor of opening the following season. Stadium parking lots open 2:30 this afternoon. And remember, you cannot walk in tailgating equipment anymore. You'll have to wait until 2:30 to enter the premises. Stadium gates open at 5, and at the same time, the world's largest tailgate party kicks off. Also, remember, the clear bag policy is in effect, and Arrowhead is a cashless venue. If you go into the stadium early, team warm-ups are 6:20. Coin toss is 7:16. Kickoff at 7:20, and Rob Riggle will serve as this week's drum honoree.
We start this season not as underdogs, not as America's team, but as hated champions. That's true. Like, it's the weirdest thing. I've discovered this traveling now. Always before, if you saw somebody with Kansas City stuff on, or somebody heard you were from Kansas City, and if they went into sports, it was always Mahomes, talking about our coach, talking about, man, you're my second favorite team. I live here, but, man, I always root for you guys. And now that is 100% changed. And it's shocking to me because I'm always like, hold on, we're Kansas City. We're the good guys. Like, we've always been the good guys, but we've never been back-to-back Super Bowl champs. Now we got 3 in the last, 5?
Yeah.
And
trying to go for a three-peat, yeah.
I hate that word.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Now everybody says it. Can we just say we're just trying to get it 3 times?
Yeah.
I get it. It rhymes.
Yeah.
I understand. I know. It's not you.
I know. And I know your pain because I hate people who say, to your point. I'm done with to your point.
Well,
and people who say they're saying the quiet part out loud.
Oh, sure. No, there's many phrases they retain. Of course. To your point is more. I'm going to disagree with you.
Yeah.
But I'm going to make you believe that I am kind of with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of a pussy way of saying I disagree with you.
Yeah, I'm out.
But I also discuss min pins, calling sandwiches Sammys. Also, can you just use the whole word, if at all possible? Thank you.
Adult to refer to children as kiddos. Go ahead and walk off a cliff. My kiddos.
I'm not 100% against, but I do not.
You know me. I'm super angry.
I don't refer to Buddy as a fur baby. He's not a real baby.
Your baby with paws.
No, I don't. He's not a real child. He's not. I feel I love him.
Yeah.
I've never had a child. Well, here's the difference between a child and him. I wanted him. That's about as real as that can get for you guys.
But just from personal experience, you are 110% correct about the Chiefs because my son, who's at college in Florida, wore a Mahomes hoodie to class one day and said he couldn't believe he's used to wearing it here, couldn't believe the reaction you get from other people about F you and F Taylor Swift.
TLC's 1,000-pound sister star Amy Slatton was transported from a Tennessee zoo this week after allegedly being bitten by a camel. The reality TV personality, who's 36 years old, was seen on a stretcher leaving the Tennessee Safari Park in Alamo, Tennessee. According to eyewitnesses, Slatton was seen walking around the zoo's parking lot with a shirt wrapped around her arm before EMS arrived on the scene. If the camel bite wasn't bad enough, Slatton was arrested shortly after receiving medical attention when local sheriffs allegedly found psychedelic mushrooms and marijuana in her car. According to TMZ, the drugs were in plain sight for officers to find. Upon arrival, deputies were immediately overtaken also by the suspicious odors from her car. As far as the camel bite goes, one of the owners of the safari park, which is a drive-through and standard walk-through zoo, contested her allegations that she was bit by a camel. Speaking to TMZ, the zoo insisted that the star could not have been bitten by one of the park's camels. They believe that her injury was above the elbow and not indicative of a camel bite because the skin is filleted open and there's no bruise tissue. They went on to say that of the thousands of guests the zoo draws each year, no one has ever been bitten by a camel before. And finally, a woman told Vegas police that she stole a $2,600 casket containing a body inside from a funeral home because she blacked out from drinking 6 beers. Police became aware of the woman's alleged crimes when officers got a call about a suspicious person lying face down in front of a business. The casket was in front of the affordable cremation and burial service, and that the funeral home appeared to be burglarized. When officers got to the scene, they found the casket sitting on a cart on a sidewalk near the funeral home. Officers found the body, which had its feet covered with plastic bags, lying face down on some rocks near the front walkway of the property. An open door and broken glass also observed.
Coffin's too heavy to steal.
47-year-old woman was charged with burglary of a business, grand larceny, and the removal, transfer, distribution of human remains. I'm Nycki Pace on the Johnny Dare Morning Show.